Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm currently here at Casa Pogor Museum in Iași, Romania. It's one of the well-preserved and well-documented meeting spot for some of the most prominent authors, poets, and literature agents of the country. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick walk around outside. I'm not allowed to film it, so I'm inside of the museum itself, but I'll just read some of the stuff for you guys as a reference. And consider coming out here. It's really interesting. They just renovated the place. It's been open for just a year, not that long ago, so everything's well preserved, and they basically combine modern architecture and traditional cultural artifacts within the museums. It's really elegant looking, very well done. Like I said, this is the former meeting spot for many of these literature agents, poets, and well-known individuals in the Romanian society. So basically, I'm going to just go ahead and read this out to you. It's quite a lengthy, so just bear with me. This is in the heart of Iași, the museum, and it's also formerly called by those authors all lighted windows in the great halls where some of the personalities who marked the history of modern Romania met. So this basically like almost a meeting spot, but they also call it a specific landmark, the house with all lighted windows. So people that came out here were Tito Morescu, Vasile Alexandru Sinopol, Vasile Conta, I.L. Caragale, Mihai Eminescu, one of the best well-known poets in Romania, Ion Slavic, Ion Pranga is an author, and many others. At that time, this house belonged to Vasile Pogor. Back in 1833 to 1906, one of the founders of the famous Literature Society Junimea, and which hosted countless of Junimist meetings here. So this is, like I said, the meeting spot for their authors, poets, and literature agents. Back then, the house was built by the Dvornik Vasile Pogor back in 1792 till 1857. The father of the Junimist Vasile Pogor in 1850. That's when he was born. So Vasile Pogor basically took over and sold the house and the land in 1901 to Princess Maria Marusi in 1863 to 1921, the widowed wife of the Prince Alexandru Cuza, the mother of the future historian, professor, and politician George Brânceanu in 1898 till 1953 was the time that he was alive, and the owner of the house between 1921 and 1945. After 1945, the headquarters of some parties and state institutions were housed there until August 1968, when the house and the outbuildings were declared historical monuments. For Literature Museum, the Vasile Pogor Museum was inaugurated on December 26, 1972, within the Iași Museum complex, and Vasile Pogor Museum, a branch of the National Museum of Romanian Literature in Iași, benefited through the care of the Ministry of Culture, the Iași County Council, and Iași City Hall from restoration works began between 1994 to 2006, 2018, and 2021. So it hasn't been open that long. It's been renovated and refurbished just for several years. But anyway, this is what it looks like outside the garden space. And I'm going to try to float around for a little bit. I'm also going to give you guys, some information on how to best get here on the description section of this video blog. Please let me know if you have any questions. This is my first time visiting here myself, but it's definitely worth the time to come out and visit, because it's like a hidden gem. I didn't even know about this place until just today, where it was actually developed and refurbished. So right across the buildings are the busts of these authors and poets. So you can actually park here. There's a dedicated parking area for people to park their vehicles in. Anyway, I'm gonna try to see if there's access to the back so y'all can basically check out the overall architecture of this building. Like I said, it's just been refurbished. It's fairly new. So here it is in the back. Fairly new looking building. Anyhow, if you have any questions, let me know. I would definitely recommend coming out here. I went inside, and you know, their collection is starting to build up since they just started letting the public come out and visit here. So I thought, you know, I'd give you guys a quick heads up on where some of the places to visit here in town of Yash when you're out here. But yeah, anyway, very impressive little museum, hotspot for some of these authors, poets, and literary agents. Having a hard time pronouncing it, but yeah, it's, if you like history and architecture, arts, you know, literature, obviously, come on out here and visit this hidden gem. As I mentioned, I didn't know about this place up until just now. So I wish I'd done sooner, because I probably would have been here and made a video blog. But better than late than never, right? Anyhow, so this is the courtyard, and there's some more of their poets here. So it's Basiliconta and A.D. Sinople, Alex Lambrier over there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, you know, packed with history, and they're developing this area. So Georgia Bracciano. So folks, if you're you know, a fan of history and Western civilization, Eastern civilization, whatever part of the world, and you're, you know, interested in learning about history, come on out here, and it's definitely going to add up to your lexicon and encyclopedic memory. This is Mihai Emnenescu's bus, and across is Ion Kranga. So it's a great place to learn about history of the world. As I mentioned, they just opened up here, and I would definitely recommend you guys to come out and visit. With that said, I'll just go ahead and share some of the information on how to get here and the description of this museum at the bottom section of this video blog. Let me know if you have any questions. Looking forward to hearing back from you. You know, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe onto our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, because without your support, we won't be able to do much of what we're doing right now. This is lastly is Vasily Alexandri, and yeah, great place to come and visit. You know, there's some coverings from the trees, so there's shade. And I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tour. Looking forward to seeing you again. Take care. Bye bye.